All right, so today we have a clip here of Tim Pool talking about the wildfires in Maui and how he thinks that they might have gotten started. Warning, this is just him spewing the most random bullshit conspiracy theory, ever. Here it
For
is.
this big fire in Maui. They don't know how it started.
Wow.
I'm sure it's going to turn out to be like someone's cow kicked over a lantern or something like that, to be honest. However, we do have the story from back in February. China flashed mysterious green lasers over Hawaii, NASA says.
Whoa.
You guys remember this? This is like the first thing I thought of when like you have these lasers.
Sky barcode.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's a great
why?
idea, by the way.
And what? Look at that. Yo, look at this video.
Oh, shit, dude. They light shit on fire with that?
Language. Look at that.
My bad.
What are they doing with these beams of lasers?
Okay, so I like how if you guys heard it, Tim Pool literally said that when he heard about the Maui wildfires, that this is the first thing that he thought about. I think that probably says a lot about his character. But he shows here a video, and he kind of goes over it just a little bit, but he shows here a video of these green lasers that we're seeing over Hawaii at the beginning of the year back in January. And all these lasers are, which it does kind of look like, the little green, like, matrix numbers from the movie. But this is just from a Chinese satellite, okay? That's all it is. They're from a satellite. They're not beams of energy that can catch shit on fire, okay? That's not what these are. These are literally just... they're just from a Chinese satellite. That's all it is. One of the one of the observer stations recorded that video and posted it. And at first they didn't know what it was, but then they updated and said, well, this is from just a Chinese satellite
Being fired over Hawaii.
They're either producing heat, because that's what lasers are. They're either doing illumination or targeting.
Scanning?
Or heating. Yeah, scanning maybe.
Scanning what? What the fuck are these people talking about? They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, and then they're sitting here, going through this video. And this is supposed to be about the Maui wildfires, guys. Remember that. Keep that in the back of your mind as you listen to these people go down this insane rabbit hole that they create for themselves, really. I mean, just... why are they sitting here speculating like this? They could be using their platform to bring awareness about all of the people that are still unaccounted for in Hawaii, the 114 people that are confirmed dead, all of the actual real things that we're going to go over in a second, all of the real reasons or causes that they think might have caused the fire. No, him and his crew are going to sit here and just literally act like little fucking dumbass children and say, well, I wonder what these lasers are doing. I wonder if they produce heat. I wonder if they're the one, if they started the fire. It's just like, dude, why are you gonna I don't understand why people use their fucking platforms for this. It's so ridiculously stupid to me. I don't know how people literally sit there and listen to this guy say this shit and enjoy it. This is unbelievably fucking stupid.
And if you notice, you can only see the lasers in certain points. I don't believe that China intended for these lasers to be seen. Particulate matter causes refraction, allowing you to see the lasers in the air. Maybe we haven't followed up on the story. Maybe there was an answer as to what this was. They say China's most likely behind mysterious lights. Chinese pollution monitoring satellite Daki-1 probably produced the light spot over Hawaii.
Oh, so it's monitoring pollution?
Oh, you can call it whatever you want, but
Yeah.
my attitude is, look.
Yeah, well, look. We can listen to NASA and the people that work for NASA, or we can listen to Tim Pool. Okay, now the scientists that work at NASA, they only have jobs at NASA, so I can understand why people might not take them seriously. Tim Pool has a podcast, so you tell me. You tell me.
We are not on good terms with China right now. I mean, we can pretend, oh no, trade.
Yes, China bad. China bad. Obviously, China bad. That's what it's really about. Okay, it always has to go back. Even the most wild, batshit crazy, insane conspiracy theories always have to go back to some right-wing talking point, no matter what it is. If it's something about COVID, trans people, fucking wildfires, it always has to go back. China bad. It has to go back to some conservative talk.
Going on everybody's mind. No, come on. They want Taiwan. They're building up their military. There's a chance for escalation, a chance for conflict. They want the South China Sea. And then they've got ships with Russia coming near the Aleutians, coming near U.S. territory, going near Hawaii, and then they're pulling off something like this. So
pulling off what? The satellite? I don't understand. What do
look,
you mean?
How hard is it to start a fire? It's ridiculously easy to start a fire. And they can fire lasers? Okay.
it's a little
What is-
challenging to get the fire to spread, but there were
Fire lasers again. He is just acting like these beams of light are just like fucking Superman eye lasers. Like, bro, you just read what it was. You read it out loud, and then you're still sitting there going down this fucking unbelievably stupid rabbit hole talking about shit that you have no idea what it is. These people have no idea what they're talking about here.
hurricane level. It said it was like hurricane level winds. Or there's
I don't
had high winds.
So they're
causing
saying-
the
if they
spread.
can start 50 fires all at once with a sequence of satellites doing high burst, high energy laser.
Dog, please. If he wanted to really, I mean, if they really wanted to talk about something like this, they could literally talk about how in some countries, they do have drones that can create rain. You know, that's a real thing that some places in the world have, and they use that, okay? I mean, that doesn't really have anything to do with the wildfires, and, I don't know what he's talking about that has to do with the wildfires, but, they can sit there, if they want to, if Tim Pool and his gang want to sit there and talk about shit that, is maybe intriguing or interesting, they can talk about shit that's real. They don't have to sit here and speculate and do conspiracy theories. There's so much interesting, real shit that they could be sitting here talking about, but they're not doing that. They're sitting here and they're just literally spreading misinformation. And it fucking pisses me off, okay? It fucking pisses me off. They could be using their platform to talk about real shit, and they're not.
Then getting fire to spread isn't really the issue because you make the fire instantly in a bunch of different places.
And they can monitor the weather in Hawaii. I mean, you could just Google that. Like what I was reading
Yeah. Instantly make a fire with your laser beams from China.
from the National Guardsman who's in the statement was
Jesus
that there's
Christ.
low humidity and high winds, so that's perfect conditions for wildfires to spread, which means any arson fires would also spread as quickly. Like China is perfectly able to say, like, this happens to be a dangerous period for fire in Hawaii. Perhaps now.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know where that lady was going with that, but again, there are 114 confirmed dead people, over 1,000 that are literally, they don't know where they're at. Okay? They don't know where they're at. Are you here? Is Tim Pool talking about that? Is he trying to raise awareness about that? Is he trying to bring help to Maui about that? No. He's not talking about any of that. He sits there and he says, well, it could have been this, it could have been that. This is an article from August 20th of the New York Times where they say, and again, there is nothing confirmed now. As of me making this video, it's August 20th. It's 4:20 in the afternoon right now. As of right now, there are no confirmed direct causes that they can 100% undoubtedly say, look, this is what it is. But some have speculated that active power lines that fell when very strong winds came in ignited a fire that was already burning, okay? And that's what caused the very big fire to start. He could be talking about that, which, again, is an actual, real, that's a real thing. That is a real thing that experts are saying that, could have caused the wildfire. Brush fires were already burning on Maui, on the island of Hawaii on August 8th. The fires on the islands were stoked by a combination of low humidity and strong mountain winds. They could sit there and literally, again, it's frustrating to no end. To no end. Listening and watching people like Tim, who have this huge following, just sit there and just say some of the dumbest, stupidest, most outrageously batshit crazy stuff that I've ever heard in my life. Again, there are so many articles, there are so many different things about these Maui wildfires that are real, that they could be talking about, they could be speculating about, but no, they're sitting there again. What are they doing? Credit to both of these creators that I have up here for these clips that I showed you guys, but, it's just, again, I don't really have anything else to say about it that I haven't already said. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. I know I've said that a lot. I don't know. I would love to see a day where, someone like Tim Pool, who back in the day, you could literally sit there and say, before he became this conservative grifter, you could sit there and say, well, Tim Pool, during the Occupy Wall Street protests, he had something good going, right? Right? A lot of people talked about how groundbreaking his reporting on the Occupy Wall Street protests were, okay? But it just turned into money for him, right? it just turned into one big grift. That's all he is. He's a conservative grifter, nothing more. That's going to be it for the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, press that little bell, turn on all notifications so you guys never miss an upload.